with Alpine Aesthetics Academy and skintoit.com. Today we're going to demonstrate with Angela the Hydra-Facial, which is this machine I have right behind me. So first we're going to start off with just a hot towel to help open up her pores so that the serums can penetrate a little bit better. And we're just going to do a double cleanse on her to help get off all of her makeup and oil residue before we do the serums. I'm using Sanita skincare products with this Hydra-Facial. This is the Milk and Honey Cleanser. It's a cream-based cleanser, so it's not going to dry out the skin. It's not for oily skin. It's more for dry combination skin. So it has lactic acid in it, which is going to help with evening out your skin tone. It's a brightening acid. It only has about 5% though, so it's not going to cause a peel on the skin. So we're just going to remove this with some warm sponges. So the Hydra-Facial has 3 main serums, 2 cleansing serums and 1 antioxidant hydrating serum. So they're active 4, the antiox, and beta HD. So on her we're going to use the active 4, and it's already in. And just to show you how it goes in, is the container is plugged with a little plastic cap. So first you have to puncture it with this pointy thing that comes with the machine, and you just put it inside and it punctures the little seal, and then you just slide it up this blue tube, push this in, and it just clicks in, and then flip this to on. And then there's an on switch in the back. So we have the active 4 in that's going to cleanse, exfoliate our skin. It's going to help to extract anything, and it's also infusing the skin with glycolic and lactic acid. So as opposed to a microderm where you're just mechanically exfoliating the skin and leaving the pores open, this fills them with the glycolic and lactic acid so you're not constantly having to get treatments. So now that she's cleansed, we're going to put our cleansing tip on, which is this light blue tip that comes with the machine, and you just click it onto your handpiece until it matches up with the holes, and then you're just going to push the center button to have it on. And the range is going to be anywhere between 1 and over here it goes down to like 9. Average is going to be between 3 and a 4. This is her first treatment, so we're just going to do her on a 3. And then to get the serum flowing, you want to have it attached to your handheld apparatus, and you just test it on your wrist. And you just want to make sure you have a good suction and a good serum flow through the tubes. So when you can tell that it's working good, we're going to turn her face all the way over to the left, and you're just going to treat it like a microderm client and just come up in strips of skin right here, and then you're just going to rub the serum in as you go. That's the best part about this treatment, is everything stays on the skin. So we're just going to start right here at the base of her ear, just get the serum going, and then we're just going to drag up like this. It basically just feels like a little vacuum and water being sprayed onto the skin. So we're just going to divide the face into sections and then rub it in. And you can see that there's some erythema on the skin from the sucking. That's totally normal. That's what you want. This just shows that this is a good setting for her. So then you just want to move up and get the area that hasn't been treated. And with this, you come about right next to where you left off. You don't want to overlap at all. And I go until the area's been covered and until I notice that erythema. If there's an area that didn't get pink, I just go over it again, and that's totally fine. So this is going to be the equivalent of getting about 5 strong facials because of the motion of it shooting the serums into the skin. With your traditional facial, you rub the product on and it stays on for about a minute tops, and then you remove it with the towels. And with this, with everything staying on, you notice the benefits for about 5 to 7 days as they continue to penetrate. So it's really, really effective, totally safe to do right before an event or anything like that. And the best part is a lot of problem areas for people is right around their eye, where they get the crepiness and they want that treated. But typically you have to stay about a finger width away from the eye area. With this, you can come all the way up close underneath like I did, and you can come all the way on top. We've cleansed her skin now with the active 4, so now I'm going to show extraction on her nose with the extraction tip and the beta serum. That has more salicylic in it, so it's going to be better for breakouts, blackheads, that kind of thing. So what you want to do is you turn the machine off, and then you're going to take this blue cleansing applicator off and put on the smaller dark blue extraction one. And you're going to put in your beta HD serum. And this you can do on a full face as well, but for her skin type, it would have been too strong. So we'll just turn this back on, leave it at 3, and then you're gonna test it on your wrist again. So we're just gonna come into the side of her nose and just sweep it back and forth. And then you'll typically have to tell them to breathe through their mouth at this point because you're kind of squeezing their nose. Typically I'll ask the client too if they have another area that they want extracted and do that, or I'll just look on their skin and notice any comedones and extract those. This portion should take no longer than 5 or 7 minutes because after that it starts to become a little bit uncomfortable. And extraction, that's the same with all extraction methods, is 5 to 7 minutes is max for a facial. I think that's everywhere that she needs to be extracted. So now we'll move on to the antioxidant step. So you'll turn this off again, take this tip off, and then you're gonna use your clear tip and put that on till it clicks, and then we're gonna use the antiox serum. The antiox serum has white tea extract in it, vitamins A and E, and hyaluronic acid. So it's really, really hydrating. This is the portion that causes skin tightening as well with the hyaluronic acid. It's about 70% hyaluronic acid, which is really great, especially when you're shooting it in and not just topically rubbing it on the skin. It's a lot more effective. So with this step, it's not going to be sucking up anything like the first step did and the second with the extraction. It's just going to infuse. So instead of dragging, you're just going to do little spots like this all over the face, and it just shoots the serum in and then rub it in. So we're going to turn her back over here, and you're just going to come like this all over the skin. And this is okay to do about a 50% overlap. Right around the eye area is going to be everyone's favorite with this serum because this is the skin tightening. It also helps to kind of depuff around the eye area, and you can come really, really close around the eye. And you can spot treat point blank on any wrinkles. If anybody wants around their mouth or under their eye or around their eye, then you can pay special attention to that area as well, just like you would with extractions. Does your nose tingle at all?
No.
Okay. If when you're doing the beta serum, if they notice a stinging on their skin, that's totally normal. It's because of the salicylic acid. If it's really uncomfortable, you can dilute it a little bit with the active 4, but typically it's not going to be too bad. The nose you don't need to go over with the antiox step. Just rub it over the nose and that's fine. Because this is the skin tightening, so we don't need that on the nose area. So we'll come over here. What you'll notice with the antiox too is their skin feels really wet as you're going, and you'll think you're using too much product. But with the main ingredient being hyaluronic acid, which our bodies make naturally, and as we age, we produce less and less of it, which is why we notice the breakdown of our skin and the elasticity in the collagen. So when you're putting it on your face topically, your skin recognizes it, and so it actually does soak in really quickly. And you want it to feel really, really moist. So I have on this applicator too, there's a dial of the serum flow, and I have it maxed out for everybody all the time because you want it to feel hydrating. This serum is also okay over the lip area. So you want her face to feel really moist, and then you're going to turn this off. And you're going to massage this in for about a minute. And then you end with moisturizer and sunscreen. For more instructional videos and forums, go to skintoit.com.